And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another live stream. There's loads of bananas in chat. Sleepy Peanut, Buzzd961, Zapdos26, Jordan and Does It All, Eagle Fam, Wubzenator, Rubbish Dave. You're not Rubbish Dave. How many times do I have to tell you? Actually, you explained it to me in an email, I believe. Human Pork Rind with bananas as well. Thank you for the wonderful support, people. And Anita520T resubscribing. For 22 months in a row. I already know what this resubscribe message says. It says, yay. 22 months. Whoop whoop. Cats, cats. Did I beat him to resub? Oh, you did beat him to resub. And I love cats going 22 months. I can't even count that on my fingers. Plus, I subbed before Anita. Peeps. I think you both subbed at the same time and one came through the other. Let's play it fair. I appreciate the support from both of y'all. And 2 months from now, you'll both be diamond faces. You'll be part of the elite, as we call them around here. The 1%. They might actually be 1%, those 24-monthers. Anyway, this server is free to play on, by the way. Free to play on. You know, it's like not whitelisted. I definitely fell in the void. Okay, maybe this... Maybe it's not actually... Oh, jeez, man. I just noticed it there, sitting here, and I was like, I should probably advertise that is like Diamond Defender 2 and you can play on it. Looks like it might be broken. Goodness me. What a fantastic start to this stream. Let's log on to Hermitcraft. Let's fall out of another sky. Should we do that? Should we just... Yeah, let's just happily fall out of another sky. That sounds like a good idea. Eagle Fam is here gifting a sub to Atlas Wild. Oh, thank you for the support, the both of you. Appreciate it. A gifted sub to Atlas Wild. I like that name. Awesome stuff. Thank you for the support from the both of y'all. I keep saying yo. Why do I keep saying yo? Ultimate Badass Andy Kilshy says Mega has code to fix DD2 since it breaks very often. Yeah, well, every time we talk about it, we seem to implement some sort of solution that won't break, and then it just later on I get a report that it's not working. I think the last time we were going to do it, we were going to make it so it resets every so often and it doesn't save the world. So then when it comes back up, it's all ready to go. I don't know what's happening with that because it seems that something was wrong there. But anyway, we're back. It's another live stream. We've got things to talk about and we're going to be working on the black holes. The title of the stream will tell you. It's also a little bit of a celebration. 700 episodes of Hermitcraft, but for those of you that remember episode 404, is it really 700 episodes of Hermitcraft? You'll have to think about that one, wouldn't you? You'll have to think about it. X the hotbar, says Nicholas Salem. I'm so sorry. Let me get the hotbar on the screen for you. Let me just quickly take care of that. Okay, let's bring the hotbar onto the screen. Excellent. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so let's go and... Oh, what have we got in here? Stone. What am I looking for again? It's just dies, isn't it? I think that I could actually play Minecraft like this for a certain amount of time. But we're not here to do that again. No, we're not. No, we're not. Is that what we're looking for? That's what we're looking for. I mean, I've pushed it to the size where like I thought the only thing you'd see on it was the hotbar. Where are my dies at, man? Don't I have a dies chest? I do. I do have a dice chest. We're going to need that because we're going to need some of these, you know. Now in here we got the concrete. Cool. So if I need more of that, I'll take it. But we also want powder. And then I've also got these chests right here. Which I should probably put down on the ground. Cool. Looks like 2-player split screen, says Violez. Yeah, except one person's playing. That's the catch. That's the difference. Inflim is here resubscribing for 19 months in a row, saying, "Tell Ank, don't do it again." Ank, don't do it again. I don't know what it is, but don't do it. Appreciate your support, Inflim. Thank you as always. I've been looking forward to the stream all day, peeps. All day. It's been a day of doing odds and sods. So check this out. I ran because X is getting right into the running now. I ran for 45 minutes today, and I ran 8.3 kilometers. So every time I run, pushing it up by 5 minutes and going a little bit faster. I'm going to try and keep that going best I can. Psycho Sai says, X, the effects on the top 3 right aren't even on the screen completely, I believe. Ah, the effects on the top 3. They appear to be there for me. It's all up there. I don't know. It's all up there. Oh, more noises in my ear. Dr. Drap. Dr. Drap is subscribing, dropping a new album. Why am I flying? Why did that happen? I don't know. Appreciate your subscription. Thanks for using the Amazon Prime subscription on me. Did I say Manknot89 just a second ago? Subscribing with Amazon Prime as well. Thank you as always for the wonderful support here on the twitch.tv/theassumer. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're having a good time. And, oh geez, I know what I was supposed to do before I started this stream now. I was supposed to do something super important. And that was to, is this not working? Hold on a second, peeps. Technical difficulties. Ah, of course, yes. Yes, that makes so much sense. Right, well, there's something important I've got to do here that I've forgotten about, so give me a second so I can fix it. It'll only take a moment. I should go and open a file as well that I need to look at. Try to remember these things all day long. And then you forget. Right, where is the thing that I believe I found the thing that I need? Awesome. And now we are going to log in from a different location. Then I'm going to close the old thing. Let's see what it does now. It's updated. Cool. Got to redo the hotbar. Right, we're resized. Good. It's all going well. Now I've got the other thing to do. So if I press that button, aha. Click on done. I always want to click on open schematic. Don't know why I do that. We're going to change that to 1080, like the resolution. 443 and then 83. Now I believe that what we're looking at there might be slightly wrong. We shall step up to the surface and go have a look. Right, I don't need that picture on my screen now. Awesome stuff. We're all good to go. Ultimate Badass Any Hugshier says this is a derp. Oh, I just forgot something. How many times do we have to discuss? You know, a derp ain't a mistake. A derp is not forgetting something. A derp is a colossal brain fart, basically. It's where your brain goes and stops working. Actually, I think what I needed to do was be down here to figure it out. Let's go here. I think what I'm supposed to do, yes, is something like that. Make it go up twice. That's the circle we should be working towards. So we've got bits and cheers being thrown at me by I Love Cats saying, the giveaway thing still doesn't work. By the way, I heard there was a new emote on the way from Pony that you haven't answered to yet, just saying. Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. Pony hasn't messaged me about a new emote, so I don't know. I did ask her for some and she said that she couldn't do them, so I don't know what that's about at all, in all fairness. Mr. Katz, thank you as always for your support. It's very much appreciated around here. Thank you for all you do. Anita520T is here, throwing bits at me as well, saying cheer, but I have to thank Katz to remind me to resub. Cough. So what you're saying is that you only beat Katz to the resub because Katz was kind enough to let you know before he resubbed himself. Well, isn't that just polite? Katz in chat there says that he'll ask. Cool. Yeah. Drop her a message, or if I remember, I'll do it later. It's Fozzie. Welcome to the stream, buddy. Says good evening, Asuma in chat. It is a good evening, isn't it? It is indeed a good evening. So now what we've got to do is go up to this height over here. But we're going to start using concrete powder is the deal around these edges for the next part of this project. And I guess I got to pick how I want to do this. If I put that straight on top of there, we'll probably get away with it, actually. We will probably get away with it. Human Pork Rind is here with a cheer, throwing some bits at me. No message, though. Human Pork Rind, I appreciate the support ever so much, and I hope you enjoy today's stream. Songbird T says, today I'm taxing my poor mobile internet by using it for a Twitch stream and work stuff. Wish me luck. Best of luck. Best of luck. Hopefully the derping don't drain too much of your bandwidth. Now, what we don't want to do is make it so that every single block always comes back to here. I'm just going to use concrete powder from this point on. We also got to remember that the glass goes over at that height there, so we don't want to have anything too drastic going on. Looks like the rest of this is going to be relatively simple. So, I'm going to make... Question is, do I want... I'm kind of there already, aren't I? I'm kind of there... Yes, we'll put that one up like so. Right, so I'm going to be placing blocks. I need something to waffle about because while I'm placing these blocks, I'm just making silly little decisions. Nothing important. Aha, we'll go like that. Yeah, we'll go up one more. Put one just there. Remember, it's all trying to be random and jumbled all the way around. Is Asuma using like structure blocks or something, says Hycool and Dragon. No, we are using a mod called Schematica. Do you know what I could do? I could jump into it and rendering is the one. I could slow that down a fair bit. Doesn't feel like much has changed. Let's go back in there one more time. Let's get a bit more extreme with it. Thought it'd be more subtle. Really doesn't feel like it's changed at all. When will Hermitcraft Season 6 start, says Randy Cardos. Great question. Hermitcraft, I can confirm, by the way, peeps, that Hermitcraft Season 6 will be after Hermitcraft Season 5, and it is going to start. I'm going to tell you exactly when it will start. It will start a week after people stop asking about Hermitcraft Season 5. Sorry, Season 6. When no one mentions it for a week, we're good to start. But if someone mentions it, unfortunately, we won't be starting it. Seems like some people are enjoying my goofy sense of humour. That's good to see that you like it, because some people don't, man. Some people get angry and upset. They say, Suma, why you be trolling all the time? Stop trolling, Suma. There is something else as well that we could talk about a little bit. I shared a link. Did a couple of things today. I shared a link to the podcast about sleep. In the previous couple of streams, I've been talking about sleep a lot. Finally went and watched the podcast from front to back. Got quite a few extra interesting pieces of information out of it. It was well worth doing. And then I tweeted it out. If you guys, like, want to, if you don't get 8 hours of sleep every night, there are some very, very, very good reasons that you should. And this podcast is fantastic as a source of information. It is just like fact after fact after fact after fact. The conversation they have is great. Tons of information, tons of useful information that could help you improve your health greatly. So I tweeted it out. You can go to my Twitter, you can find it nice and easy. Just have a look through my tweets from today. Songbirds T says, ha ha ha, X, you're so mean. I love it. I'm not mean. I'm not mean. I'm not trolling you. Yeah, I'm being a little bit mean. Hey, I'm doing it in good spirit, right? I'm not aiming this at anyone. We're just having a little bit of fun together about Season 6. Hashtag Season 6 when? Ironically, every time you hashtag it, the Season 6 gets further and further away. So that space over there, we're actually really close to the edge, and we come around here a little bit and we're not so close. And that's good, because we want to try and keep this thing from being perfectly organic. And I'm going to butcher your name, Kajev is here resubscribing for 3 months in a row, saying, I love it when you troll us. Oh, so you want me to troll you more is what you're saying. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you later. Ciao for now. Bye-bye. Oh, jeez. I think I've created an awkward silence. How do I undo this awkward silence that I've created? Oh, no. Oh, okay. There we go. Much better. Thank you so much for your support, RYK Jev. I hope you like that. I hope you like that trolling. Hope that was good for you. Hope you didn't panic and think, oh, no, it's over. What have I done? Thanks for the stream, says Atlas Wild. Wonderful. Wonderful stuff. Cool. I feel like we'll have some steep areas over here. Didn't I do a little thing earlier where I looked at where the glass was going to go? we do have to consider that we don't want... actually, I think we're going to be fine. Basically, at this height here, we don't want any big areas where mobs can spawn, and we haven't created them yet, so I think we'll be fine. I'm going to raise you up like that. Bring those two up to there. Hey, it is dark down here. Do I have dynamic lighting? I don't. I should have dynamic lighting, but I don't. Well, that sucks. Let's go sleep in a bed. There should be a bed up top. No raid at the end of the stream. 0 out of 10, says Slippy Mr. Fish. 0 out of 10, peeps. Can't believe it. Oh, I fell down. Yeah, just gonna say it. Like, be careful requesting people to join Hermitcraft. It looks really suspicious when in like one day you see the same person being suggested over and over again. Where would those chests be? Because they ain't here. That... Uh-oh. That is a bit of a problem. Let's hop into the base and let's see if I left them near my ender chest. Because if I didn't, I got no idea where those would be. And those are some important stuff. I mean, I was looking for a bed, just in case you're wondering. Couldn't find it. So what's going to be surrounding the black hole, says Dead Lock Drago. Ah, look, they are over here from the world tour. Stuff. Stuff will be around the rest of the black hole. It'll just be landscapey, terraformy, blend things togethery kind of stuff, you know. Cool, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was myth busting. So I put out an episode of myth busting yesterday. In typical YouTube fashion, it was one of those videos where so many people leave a comment saying you're doing something wrong when you're not. And then I put out a video on my second channel today trying to explain it. So the video was like about what's faster, you know, traveling through the nether or using your rockets. And I thought, oh, that's a great question. Like, that'll make a great myth busting episode. Then after a while I started to think, well, hang on a second. Like, what's faster? Well, using your rockets through the nether is, right? So, like, you don't even need to explain that. So I figured, well, what I could do is ask the question and make a video showing off different speeds and kind of giving you information about how you can do this or that with the information that I give you. You know, you can choose a different method to travel with based on what materials you have available, where you're traveling to, stuff like that. Unfortunately, the testing that I did, people said it was wrong when it wasn't. You see, the point, I guess, of the video became, like, traveling through the nether, and is it really quick? And so people were sort of thinking about, well, you got to go through the nether portal, that slows you down. Thing is, I try to give people the numbers of the speed that you would travel at by traveling with one method or another. The point being, you could go, oh yeah, you know, Elytra can travel super fast, but do you actually want to go through all the trouble killing the Ender Dragon, exploring the End Dimension, just so you can go a little bit faster through the nether, you know? Maybe you don't. And it was the same with some of the other speeds and things that I showed as well. It's like, you can go faster if you sprint on packed ice, but do you want to spend loads of time working on getting that packed ice? And maybe you don't. So the idea was to show you the blocks per second speed, and then I tried to sort of say, I probably didn't do a good job of it by the sound of it, tried to say, you know, factor in other things like the location of your nether portal, the time it takes to go through it, and other things as well, like where are your portals in the nether. I think I just did a bad job at explaining all of that, you know. So it didn't really go that well. Anyway, you know, I made my things explaining why it was all a bit irritating, I guess. Camo J, I'm going to read your message. I'm glad that your view has changed. Yes. topic you're talking about is heavily documented, and there are some people that say it never happened, and yeah, the sheer amount of evidence there is for it happening as well. So if ever you hear that argument, just there's an insane amount of evidence to say that it did happen, and so yeah, just keep that in mind if ever you hear someone saying it never happened as well, because you might think, well, if that never happens, maybe I'm thinking about this wrong. Anyway, what did I come back? I don't even know why I wandered back up here. I think this stream is just going to be whatever it is. Like, you're not always going to be in super focus mode. Like, it seems like talking is a little bit tricky for me today. It's like you got a 70% assumer. There's an increased chance of derping happening today, that's for sure. Also, Simon C92 resubscribing for 12 months in a row. That's 1 year. Thank you so much for the support, buddy. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoy today's live stream and have a good time hanging out with us. Let's throw down some more blocks. Oh yes, that's what we'll do. Psycho Sio, for your own curiosity, it is. Oh, it seems like quite a few people have caught up or picked up on what we're saying. I didn't know if I wanted to talk about something like that today, you know. I do love talking about like deep subject matter and that, but sometimes you can start talking about it and realise you just don't have the energy for it, and I think today might be one of those days for me. I did go for a run, so I have the right to be knackered. What I found though with running is running seems to energise me. Like, today's run was definitely a little bit more of a difficult one, but the run that I had the other day when I ran 40 minutes, it just, like, the rest of the day I felt immortal. I felt like I could do anything. And that's a great feeling, of course. And you think it's counterintuitive, but it's not. Like, by running constantly and looking after yourself, you're increasing your body's fitness. You're increasing its ability to do with dealing with whatever activity you're up to. So if you're sitting on your butt for half a day, you're probably going to feel immortal after you've done a run. Your body's probably like, right, preparing myself for more running or whatever, you know. You've taken it to that next level, and then you're sitting on your bum. You're gonna feel pretty good, I think. Why is it so purple? Says Killeth. Great question. We're using the Schematica overlay, which I. Oh, was that? Oh, look at it. It was an ink. It was an ink squiddy. I know that's not what they're called, but that's the words my brain came up with. Ink squiddy. Leave it alone. Jeez. Come on now. Ink squiddy. It makes perfect sense. Let's go like that. Abrosvi says, hey, speaking of running, I think you might ever run a marathon. My wife did her first marathon this past weekend, running a half marathon. I don't have the time to train and do a marathon at this point in time, but my hopes, my plans are to keep the running going and for it to continue to just be a part of what I do, and then maybe one day that leads me to do a marathon or something like that. I would love to. Like, after I did the 10k in London, my mind was just like, half marathon, marathons, do more running, and I haven't actually done another event since then. I've had like some real trouble keeping my leg from having troubles, right? One of the things I think's helped, definitely, is taking stretching a lot more seriously. That's helped me get to a better place with running. And also sleep. I know we talked about that earlier, but just over the last year or so, I'm picking up more and more things about sleep, like turning off lights closer towards the time that you go to bed, and just doing things that this podcast I recently watched is kind of confirming, yeah, these are good practices to help you sleep better. And I think the stretching and the sleeping is really sort of paying off in terms of what I can do with running now, you know, can get a lot more done. Right, so it's this level here where you don't want to have enough blocks for spiders to spawn. Looks like that ain't ever going to be a problem for us again. I'm going to drink some tea now and read a noise in my ear message. We've got SAS9602 saying, I think you did it correct in the video since the portal time is fixed and the time to travel the distance isn't. I loved it, and I'll probably use the numbers someday in the future. I hope the comments weren't too bad, says Sass. They weren't really that bad. The frustrating thing wasn't a case of people being mean. It was a case of the criticism or the point that they're making being wrong. But more so, the more so thing is the disappointment that the video didn't get across to the viewer in the way that you wanted to. It's really simple though. It's like I showed in the video, in the response video, right? Like, I'm measuring how long it takes us to travel 4 blocks, right? And then with that, we can say how long it takes to travel 8 blocks by doubling the time it took us. If we also include the nether portal at either end, when we double that, we add this time as well. So then we would effectively be, like, it would be 12 blocks instead of 10, right? So 4 is travelling, the 2 on the end is going through the nether portals. So it'd be like, if we doubled that number we got, it's like we would have gone through the nether portal 4 times over. Yeah, and so it was irritating in 2 different ways, I guess. And I get irritated because, you know, I want my videos to make sense to people and be useful, and I don't want them to think that they're not useful, I guess. But anyway, like, will I care about it in 10 days? Probably not. That's how you got to look at things. You got to get on with life. I gave it a shot. It didn't quite work out. Lots of people are saying happy birthday. Whose birthday is it? Sass, thank you so much for the support and the donation. I appreciate it, of course. Thank you. That's a good cup of tea right there. Psycho Sai says it's the same thing with walking / using the bike. You can walk instantly, but you need to get the bike out of the garage. The nether portal is getting the bike out of the garage, and flying with a lighter is walking. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it. And I clearly didn't do a good enough job of that with my video. Atlas Wild is here, gifting a sub to Wurzel721. What's that old phrase they say? Pass it on. There's some passing it on love going on right there. Atlas Wild and Wurzel, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate the gifting of the sub. It's a very nice thing to do. Who said it's X's birthday, says I Love Cats. People, it's mine! Yeah, people are saying happy birthday, X. Who started that one? Jeez, no one knows when my birthday is. Goodness me. Goodness me. I can tell you, though, it's Fenneman's birthday today. If we're talking about birthdays, it's Fenno's birthday. I doubt Fenneman is here though. Probably not actually here. That is not a filled-in block. Ha! It goes orange when it's filled in. I do not know how I'm going to tackle this problem that we have created for ourselves over on this side here, but we will deal with it another day, basically. Right, and I think we're looking pretty good over on this side. Let's go cook up some glass and start placing that in as well. That'll help us feel like we've completed what we're doing. And when we start building up these walls, we'll have the glass to walk on. How can I get out of it? Can I use a rocket? Can I use a rocket? They said yes, you can. Whoa! Oh, jeez, I missed. I thought. Ah. That don't happen very often. I thought I was doing an amazing minute. Oh, do you know what? This is going to be a pain in the butt. Pain in the butt, I say. And that's why you should fly like this. Ugh. Like a scaredy cat. Why am I not on fire? We need to go over here. Ah, interesting. I got loads of sticks in here. That is interesting. Also, I believe I just moved all of my sand over to the other location. Good thing we've got some here. Let's get that on the smelt. I'm going to have to bring the sand back, basically. That was a bit silly. MC Fex is here, subscribing with Amazon Prime. MC Fex, thank you for your subscription. I hope you enjoyed today's stream and have a good time hanging out with us. Well, I guess we've got to go get the stuff again, right? Roman Empire II says Mumbo has a Kill the Hermit racing. Does look like a Kill the Hermit game, doesn't it? I'm going to play that in my next episode of Hermitcraft, which I'd already started recording today. River Plasma Hero saying, hey X and chat, how's it going? It's going good, man. I'm glad I got your name drilled into my head at last, because I've been reading your comments for the longest time. So thank you for commenting, it's always appreciated. Let's get that concrete powder in the inventory. Let's get some more. Let's get one of these. Yeah, we'll just dedicate that one to glass for now, I think. Hey Asuma, what do you think of Fortnite, says Untamable Cat? Not much, really. Not much of a shooter fan. I think I played it. I think I gave it a go on the console, and it was just like, oh, this game ain't for me. But the size of it, the size of the game, just shows you how big the gaming thing is going. You know, I'd really like to. I really like it if gaming had a better culture around it. Gaming celebrates like a lot of bad habits and bad practices for your health. And I don't know. I wish the gaming culture could just be a little bit more active. You know. John Hitbox says, so Suma's 28 today. These theories, these wild crazy theories, man. None of y'all know what you're talking about, I tell you. I tell thee now. I'm 8th on the leaderboard, says Sass. Jeez. Get some hype in the chat for that, indeed. Right, so we should probably smelt up about 8, I reckon. 8 of these will be good. We'll leave the thing there for now and do more later if we need it. Let's get more of those sticks out of here, man. They need to be in the fuel area. Which console, says Luke Cleavers? PlayStation 4. I have a PlayStation 4. I use it quite often as well. I use it when I exercise. That's really good. I'm either on the bike or currently I go for a walk on my treadmill. Which sounds really weird. I like to go walking outside a lot. But while like dinner's cooking, get on the treadmill. Walk fast while you play a game or something. Just, you know. Trying to be productive. There we go. Rubbish Dave says, is anybody as interesting in how old X is? He has said it on a Hermitcraft livestream what his age was. I haven't, because I haven't said what my age is. I know that. But he says X is actually a vampire, which is why he doesn't tell anyone his age. I'm over 9,000 years old, okay? Leave me alone, jeez. My bones ache. There we go. Lots of sticks going in. More fuel. We have an unloading system for this. It requires an empty shulker box. I could have actually used one, but I just did it manually for now. Right, now that is going to equate into a whole bunch of that, which is what we need. Sweet, now we can head over to the area that we're working on. Hashtag Old Man X, says Whitefire. More like Ancient Man X, you know. I Love Cats is here. With a cheer. Throwing some bits at me. Saying, cheer, I thought we established that X is from ancient Egypt, didn't we? I don't know when we established this, but I like the sound of it. Does that make me a pharaoh? Speaking of Egypt are playing in the World Cup this year. I know that because I watched a video about how they qualified today. I'm actually looking forward to the World Cup. Like, I've been enjoying my football a lot this season. Like, I tend to get a bit bored of it every now and then. Maybe I'll die of oversaturation this summer and just hate football again. But but no, I'm looking forward to the World Cup. I'm gonna try and catch quite a few games if I can. You know, make the most of it. Eagle Fam is here, gifting a sub to Whitefire. Eagle Fam, thank you as always for the support and the generosity. I appreciate the gifting of the sub. Very nice thing to do. And thanks to the both of you, Whitefire as well. Didn't I read your comment out just a second ago? X has set his age to the Jurassic Age. 9,000 years ago. That's not the Jurassic Age. Sorry to disappoint you. I think it was a little bit longer than that. Just a little bit longer ago. You know, there are people out there that think that dinosaurs don't exist. I already don't like the way I worded that sentence because because A, it sounds a bit front foot aggressive. B, they don't exist, do they? But they anyway. I just reminded myself of something I was watching. I watch too much of that Joe Rogan podcast, right? But he's got friends who are like paleontologists, people who know about dinosaurs, and there's this video like just debunking all these different things about why dinosaurs aren't real, or they're like a hoax, or it's part of big palo as they call it, which is just hilarious. I'd say, like, same thing I always say really, is just go and seek out arguments from both sides, and it can quite often become pretty obvious that where the faults in the logic are. Wait, Nightbot says X is a monkey. Okay, you jods, apparently. Spangleboo says my mum, for the longest time, thought dinosaurs were fictional. That's interesting. I mean, it depends on what you get taught, right? Like, perhaps if you didn't go to school, and some people didn't go to school, didn't get taught it at school, and some people sort of said, yeah, you know, dinosaurs ain't real, you might just take it at that and not really think about it again. But hey, it's all about education, it's all about what you're taught. Randy says, how can you say they don't exist? It's a known fact, gators and a few fish are the same as they were millions of years ago. Oh wow, yeah, that's, okay, yeah, you got me there, jeez. Jeez, I'm part of the conspiracy now. Yeah, those facts are wonderful. I'm very bad at retaining facts in my brain space, because I remember hearing stuff like that before. Certain types of birds and whatnot are still the same as they were when the dinosaurs were knocking about. When the dinosaurs were knocking about, eh? Sound like Carl Pilkington now, jeez. Right. Let's place in... This is probably like the quicker way of doing this, is just going at it like that. I think that works for me. Bit of variance here and there. We'll bring it around on that spot. That's concrete, isn't it? Okay, okay. Uh-oh. That's bad news! No! That's very bad news! Get away from my concrete! Ah, jeez! Oh, jeez! No! No! Bad Suma. Ah! Oh, it was going all so well. It was going all so well, I said. Hey, that's concrete powder still, isn't it? So, concrete powder item in water doesn't change. That's interesting. How about we... Oh, God, I've made a mess. I've made a mess. Oh, I've made a ridiculous mess over here. I think we should swim up and patch it up here. Dinosaurs technically still exist like crocodiles, says Paper Cat. Yep. That's exactly what we were talking about. Apparently, Cat says there are big crocodiles in the Bible. Interesting. Right, so all of this shouldn't be concrete. I just remembered how much I like the song that we're listening to. It's wonderful. We've got to be super careful over this side. If we leave any gaps that mobs can spawn in, they can spawn in over this part of the farm. It looks like we're actually good there though, so let's try and keep it that way. Okay, so let's just pay attention to what's going on over here, because we're going to have to remove this water at some point. I think the trick is not to come in that close to the sand area, so what we'll do is sort of stop just right about here. There we go. Yeah, that might also have some water behind it. This is getting tricky now, isn't it? It's getting super duper tricky. It's getting tricky like spelling Mississippi. Birds are more tied to dinosaurs than crocodiles are, says John Hitbox. Ah, yes. Well, now we're talking about like relatives as opposed to crocodiles were knocking about back then. Is it too late for bananas, says Corelli? I think so. I think it's too late. We started the stream a while ago. Good tasting tea. Got some Assam today going on. Up in my taste buds, you know. Let's go place that one there. And this one here. Dinosaurs actually had feathers instead of skin or scales, says Psycho Sire. I've heard that one as well. Yeah, for the longest time they thought it was like reptilian scale-like stuff, and one of the big problems with that is that it's like the nature of information makes it pretty hard to like update everyone on what the latest understanding of something is. But hey, hopefully kids today are being educated correctly on it. We got a noise in the ear. It's Eagle Fam again, throwing some bits at me. As always, Eagle Fam there with a love heart and no message. Appreciate the support as always, Eagle. I hope you're enjoying today's stream and having a good time as we hang out and talk about dinos and other ancient things like me. Apparently I'm ancient, according to this chat. I ain't ancient, I tell ya. Stand in a herd of emus and then tell me dinosaurs don't exist, says Nathan. I don't know what a herd of emus are like. I'm slightly worried that standing in the middle of a herd of them might be a bad decision. That's what I'm thinking right now. Thinking that might be a bad life choice. A life choice? A life choice, yeah. We'll put sand there then. Oh, it is always just so much easier to go across it like this. I think that's the way to do it every time. Just do it one at a time, then fill in the space, then go back. We'll eventually develop a good routine, a good rhythm for this. Okay, so going back to this one, fill in the gap. That's... we'll go down to there. And we'll do that. Sweet! Untamable Cat, have a great rest of your day. Appreciate you coming by, and you go do what you got to do. Yijod says, I put Asuma in Google Translate and it says it means mathematics in Somali. I wish I could tell you. There was some sort of brilliance behind that. There was some sort of plan to the name, but it's just coincidence. Because I like maths. Maths be cool. Numbers are good. They're helpful. Oh, those numbers, they're helpful, isn't it? Isn't it great that we can count? Jeez. Right, what's next? More glass, which means more dye. Oh no, I am out of dye as well. I can get some more from just inside of here. I love the idea of a giant black hole in your base, says Corelli. The way you put that with a winky face, I was thinking like, we kind of already have one in the middle of the base when you look down into the pit, you know. Is it that chest? There we go. Sneaky access, that's what I've got right here. Some sneaky access. Digital Monk is here, resubscribing for 7 months in a row with Amazon Prime. Digital Monk, thank you for using the Amazon Prime subscription on me. I appreciate that support. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Thank you for seven months. It's been a lot of fun. You know I love doing this. Psycho Sai says, without math you wouldn't have Minecraft. Minecraft is entirely math. Most computing is entirely math, right? It might technically be classified as a couple of other things as well, but I mean, so much stuff that we take for granted. Yeah, here's something that I always find interesting. Like, if you're someone who is, for some reason, anti-science, it's usually very like topic oriented, like a specific topic, maybe like creationism and being anti-science, but you will you know, organise your people or whatever to talk to them, to come meet them at a rally or whatever on your smartphone. Smartphone be like a direct product of science. Like technology and science are like best friends, you know, they go hand in hand. But that's the nature of being human. Hypocrisy. There's so much of it all the time in what we do. It's just kind of what being a human's about. Now, I think that thing right there don't need to be there. Do you know what I mean? I think you're in the wrong place. So I'm going to remove you. And down into the hole you go. That's actually super convenient because now I can fill it back in again. Nice. And we'll just drag this over here, where it will conveniently go to the correct spot. So we'll put that in. That's correct. Yes. Whew, made me panic for a second. Let's put hi. So we don't need to be super fussed about filling in this back area here because... Wait, did I put that in the right spot? I don't think I did. Because this is in the part of the island where bad guys won't spawn, you know. Creationism isn't anti-science, says Fork to Judge. Yes, probably poorly worded, right? Like, you can have those two things, believe in them side by side to some extent. Creationists, though, on occasion, have been known to be rather like anti-science, I guess, so that's why I said it that way, but it's not necessarily accurate, is it? White Fire says, as I'd like to say, I've met very few people who have never been hypocritical to some degree at some point in their life. Absolutely. And I would always look inwards when saying something like that as well. Like, I've certainly been hypocritical. You know, because being hypocritical is often seen as like this really bad thing. You're a hypocrite, rah! It's actually something we do quite a lot. There's a lot of information out in there in the world. We're trying to make sense of it all, and it can be really easy to hold on to bits of information that actually kind of contrast each other. I mean, all you got to do is probably watch all of my streams, and you'll find loads of stuff that I've said that might contrast one and the other. But then again, like, you're always in a process of change and learning and finding out about stuff, and I've certainly had opinions that I've talked about on stream before that have totally changed over time, just because I'm engaging the mind, listening to like what people are talking about and thinking things through, you know. John Hitbox says, hey Asuma, they are afraid of having their faith disproved. They only hate what they don't understand, and it's not really hate, it's more afraid. I wouldn't really use that language to describe the situation. Like, no, I just wouldn't use language like that, because like you're talking about a large group of people and throwing a blanket over them. I mean, it's kind of, again, talking about being hypocritical, you could perhaps interpret the things I literally just said a moment ago as being like that. I guess I was thinking of some videos I've watched by people that are, you know, anti-science and creationists, but that's just a few people, right? I watched their video about it. Anyhoozle, we got noises in here. Platinum Doodle is here, resubscribing for 26 months in a row, saying, my dude, it's been a while since I've been able to catch a live stream. This is my first ever 2-year subscription, because I've been away that long. Love your stuff, bud. Keep it up. Thank you, Platinum Doodles, and welcome back. Glad to have you here. I hope you're enjoying the live stream. You'll get your fix of derp at some point, I'm sure. Don't worry about it. Or maybe not, because we're doing just a very simple and monotonous thing at the moment, just going around and building up the black hole very slowly. It's good though, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Weird the Goblin says, hey X, how's your day been? My day's been good, thanks for asking. And... oh, I got a story to tell. I got a little bit of story to tell. So the other day I went to a farm, and animals are amazing. Animals are wonderful. Like, they are friends. They exist. They are life as well, existing here on this planet with us. And it is just, it's been so long. I must have been like a child since I'd last been to a zoo or not a zoo, a farm or something like that. And I was just so amazed by the animals. Like, there were pigs and chickens and goats, you know, standard farm animals for over here in the UK. Now the pigs, I tell you, pigs are great, by the way. I've always really liked pigs because a lot of people don't know this. Pigs are quite easily domesticatable animals. Like a dog and a cat, a pig is actually a creature that is quite easily domesticated. It's unfortunately, people look at pigs as sort of a bit of an ugly animal, right? They smell, they make a lot of noise, and I don't think that way about pigs. I think pigs are like wonderful. Like, what's a nasty phrase that someone might use? Oh, they look like a pig, you know? Like, pigs are great, especially the little young ones. They're adorable. But what I didn't remember from being a kid, because I must have seen pigs as a kid, and then where have I seen pigs? Like in documentaries, cartoons, pictures and stuff, and that doesn't always put it into perspective from your perspective, right? So I always imagine pigs sort of being a similar size to your average dog, right? And baby ones being similar size to a small dog. I'm trying to think of the names of species of dogs, but I know I'm going to get them wrong, so I won't bother with that. Oh, I need more glass. Let's go get more glass. They taste great, says Asuma Voice. I'm not a fan of bacon. Anyway, I had some bacon when I was at the farm. I'll get more onto that. So, anyway, yeah. So the size of the pig, right there was some big mummy and daddy pigs there, and they were absolutely ginormous. I reckon their body mass was definitely bigger than mine, and I'm like 6 foot. Okay, these things were ginormous, and it was just so wonderful to like watch them oink and eat food that we threw at them, and they were out on an open farm. It was really great. Darth Ninja says it goes for every animal. If it's taken care of, they look great. If they aren't taken care of, they can be hideous and scary looking. Yeah, there's an element of truth to that, I guess, isn't there? Like, if you clean an animal up, give it a bath, it probably looks a lot nicer. These pigs, man, they had a mud bath. They were just working on this little patch, like rolling around in it, having a whale of a time. They loved it. They loved it, I tell you. The noises are rolling in my ear. I'm behind. Let's get into it. Callie Chol is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. James74086 subscribing with Amazon Prime as well. And Falcons resubscribing for 3 months in a row, saying, always fun to watch. Keep it up. Thank you, man. Appreciate that support. Thank you to all 3 of you. It's very much appreciated. We also have I Love Cats here, throwing bits of me, saying, I can literally walk 5 minutes to the nearest farm. Oh, goodness me, that's wonderful. Visit them quite often. No pigs, though. It's a law in Israel you cannot own pigs on Israel's land because of religion. But they are really cute. They are cute. They're wonderful. Pigs are cool. And like I said, a pig as a pet is like a good pet. But they're just not very popular for some reason. And they're actually supposed to be quite clean in terms of hygiene. But when you see them rolling around in the muds, like with all their, you know, their urine and feces probably mixed in, it doesn't seem like it. They're probably not clean for you to like handle, maybe. But the thing is, like, dirt and grime and bugs and all that nastiness is like, you can have a resilience to it. So I reckon they have a resilience to it. So even though they're technically like wallowing in their own filth a little bit, like that's what they do. So they're not particularly unhealthy by doing it. But that's just Asuma having thoughts that are unresearched, I guess you could say. I'm worried about that sand up there. I think we need to devise a way to get some of that water removed behind us at some point. I would get a pig, says John Hitbox. Well, if you would and you want to and you'll look after it, go for it. Like, I imagine a pig's going to make an awesome pet. Anyway, so on with the story, right? So I'm at a farm and they got a restaurant and we go in there to eat. And they do have some vegetarian options, but as I was talking about recently, that made me skip a beat, that did. I've been I've been watching podcasts and learning about the different types of protein and how meat has a type of protein you can't get from anything else. And so I don't really want to eat meat because The state of industrial farming is utterly disgusting. You know, if you go do a little bit of research, look into it, you'll see animals are put through horrible things to be turned into food on an industrial scale. So here I am at this farm, and I'm seeing the animals living out in the open, the ones that you would eat, right? And I don't know, it just seemed like a really great idea to have some eggs, have some meat, you know, because I want to be healthy. I don't want to get my health wrong, and I like the idea of that now. Every now and then, go to the farm and have a meal at the farm. You can see the animals that you're eating. They're out in the open. They live outside. They're looked after. They get fresh air and sunlight every day. And you know, like maybe once a month or something, I'll have a little bit of meat and eggs. And that sounds like a good idea to me. Songbird says, "Unresearched assumer thoughts should be the name of your podcast." Yeah, that would not be a bad way to call it, right? Because as I so often talk about, like I try and put my own ignorance on display to some extent, you know. Like if you've got an idea, don't talk about it like it's gospel or something, you know. You're only human, you're going to get some stuff wrong, and I think ignorance is like a really big part that we don't think about enough. We don't think about when we have thoughts and opinions, where did they actually come from? Where were we taught that? Is that information outdated? Are we up to date on it? You know, there's so many questions that could be asked. Why is everything in a pink tint? Says Warden Demon. It's because we're using Schematica, and it is showing us what area we are building in, basically. This is just like a guide to help me build the black hole. That's all it is. I'll tell you one thing I could do at this point. I could go around and dig directly upwards from where we are currently placing this stuff, and I think I might do that next, perhaps. Or I could go work on something else. Oh, so you ate meat a while ago. How did your tummy took it? Says Turing Gux. That's a great question. So one of the things that I've heard people saying is that when you don't eat meat for a long time, you eat it again, you feel really revitalized and energized, and I didn't experience that at all. I've had meat just like twice recently. Didn't feel anything significant, but what I did have yesterday was a little bit of an upset stomach. Only a tiny bit, like nothing too bad, but definitely some grumbling and growling going on. It didn't quite feel right. And yeah, I don't know if that was the meat. I don't think it would be, because I don't know, like I'd eaten it so much as a kid, like I don't think my system was having a reaction to it or anything. For whatever reason, maybe it wasn't cooked quite the way I usually eat food, so had a little bit of an upset stomach, but I don't think that was really the meat itself. People are programmed to eat meat, says Killer Veth. Strong word, programmed. I would use the word indoctrinated, because I think indoctrination better suits a better way of phrasing that. Like, people don't want to think that certain things that they do are out of their control, but I think we got away with one there, peeps. I think we got away with one there. Like, eating meat is cultural and it is societal. It is like a common spread practice, which often doesn't result in too many people thinking about what they're doing when they're doing it. I wouldn't call it programming. But yeah, one of the things when I was like, alright, do you know what I think I'm going to do? Like, this was years ago. I was like, I think I'm going to just like not eat meat for a while and see what it's like, because I learned about industrial farming, etc, etc. Learned about, like, at the time some people were saying that meat is linked to cancer. People are still saying that. And you could get some very knee-jerky reactions from people that you would say, you know, oh, what? You go out, you know, order some food, or, oh, you're not having meat. Like, no, I'm not having meat. And, you know, what's wrong with you? Kind of attitude, right? Like, and that to me is like a cultural indoctrination. It's such a commonplace to do it. Then when all of a sudden you break it down a little bit, you know, why are some animals okay to eat and not other ones? And in some parts of the world, they will eat particular types of animals and they won't eat other ones. These are like lingering ideas that we have collectively had together and agreed upon in some sort of way, depending on where you are, that aren't really based in something practical or evident, like environment or health. They're just things that we seem to be doing. Rubbish Dave says, going to try and ask again because I really want to know. X, how many hours on average do you put into making a single Hermitcraft episode, editing and all? Easily 8 hours or more. Certainly used to put a lot more time into them. I've changed my lifestyle over time to have more free time and to exercise a heck of a lot more and sleep, etc. Put health first. So it used to be like a lot more for Hermitcraft episodes, which is why they come out less frequently now, I guess. Oh no, let's not put that there. Let's put that one right there. I love this song. It's organ music time. Someone always comments about the organ music. River Plasma Hero says, I actually have several friends that went vegetarian recently. I've said for years, if bacon were a vegetable, I'd totally go vegetarian. I'm not the biggest fan of bacon. I find it just so salty, but the stuff that I had at the farm was actually, it was alright. It was pretty good. Pretty good bacon. I had some sausage, I had some eggs. Sausage and eggs, always wonderful. And some bacon, and I had some mushrooms as well. Now, as a child, I used to hate mushrooms. And then getting older and start to realise sometimes you just have like ideas that get stuck in your head, and so I've been eating more mushrooms, and they're alright. They're kind of like tofu, is what I've noticed. They're very sort of they're not particularly flavourful. They're textural in not a particularly great way, but they kind of go alright with other things, you know. Wedge your mouthful of mushrooms, sausage and eggs, and it tastes pretty good. You know, usually I'm the sort of person that eats everything in order. Like, I'll eat, if you give me a plate full of food, I will eat all of that thing, then all of the other thing, then all of the other one. Sometimes it's nice to change it up and just like mix your different foods together. Have different proportions and different mouthfuls. Let's go jump on this ladder. Eagle Fam says, I recommend these videos to watch. Food choices, what the health, cowspiracy, Lucient, forks over knives, dairy is scary. Eagle Fam, I'm going to write down a couple of those because I've watched most of those. Forks over knife is a good one. Eagle though, you have to do this. You have to go and find things saying like the opposite of what they're saying in those videos, because especially with, I think it was forks over knife. Forks over knife, if I remember correctly, is a very sort of, how was it all put? It was like, the thing you need to do in life is not eat meat and eat loads of vegetables, and you know, food and health is like really closely linked, and eating well is just the way to be healthy. And a lot of it's really true, but they say a few things that I've heard very contradictory points to, and it makes me think, well, who do you believe? And I don't really know, but some of the stuff in Forks Over Knives I have heard some quite big contradictions to, especially about leaving meat out of your diet. I've now heard other people saying that no, actually you can't just cut out meat and eat loads of nuts instead or whatever. Like there's protein, but then there's different types of protein. They break down different in your system, and all of that sounds pretty reasonable. So I haven't seen Lucian. I'm writing that one down. And I haven't seen Dairy is Scary. Anyway, you heard me say it out loud, peeps. If you're interested in learning about what people are talking about with diet and food choices and stuff like that, then there are some things for you to go check out. I think a few of them are on Netflix as well, if you have that. Eagle Fan, thank you as always for the bits and the support. I appreciate it. And thanks for sharing those with us. Fork Judge says, you know, X, it's animal cruelty is why you don't eat meat. You could order meat from the farm you talked about. I could order it from there, but I've gone for so long without eating meat and without eating a lot of animal products and being healthy and feeling fine, that it seems to me like meat isn't actually like a massive proponent of your diet. And supposedly, and it seems pretty well researched, because there are still tribes living as they did thousands of years ago on the planet today. When it comes to being hunter and gatherer, I think when a lot of people hear that, they think, oh yeah, of course, we both gather vegetables and we hunt and eat meat. But the proportion of meat eaten is like 1 or 2 meals with meat per week. And I grew up, and I'm sure a lot of us did here, with pretty much every meal you ever ate having meat in it. Meat sandwiches at lunch, and then, like, you know, a meal with meat in the evening. And for whatever reason, our Western society has become very just meat-centric with its food. And us humans have a record of doing things that aren't healthy for us, like blowing each other up. So, you know, it seems perfectly plausible that perhaps even though we do this thing where we eat meat with every meal, it might not technically be the healthiest thing to do. And with people linking meat eating to cancers and stuff, it seems quite plausible to me. Now, what did I want to do next? I think I wanted to go get some glass. I can't even remember why I walked up here. There's just so much stuff to be done. Let's just go get some glass and keep waffling and keep getting things done. We're omnivores for a reason, says Nacho. Yes, omnivore being both, right? There are some people that do carnivore diets, which is where you only eat meat. And when I heard that, I was like, whoa, that's crazy. Only eating meat. I really don't like the sound of that. What I've learned by watching all these documentaries and trying to educate myself is that a diversity of food in your diet is a diversity of things that are good for your body, basically. Like, you know, you find all the different nutrients. What would we call them? Nutrients? I don't know. All the different components of food that are good for your body to absorb. If you have a balanced diet with like lots of different types of food in it, you're going to get so many more of these different things that your body can do. Storm Dragon says, currently on a keto meat-based diet to lose weight. Almost no carbs. I have 150 pounds to lose, but I'm already down 50. That's awesome, buddy. Congratulations. Keep at it, man. About the whole keto thing, like, make sure, I mean, I don't want to mess with your keto because I'm only just learning what that is. That's where you cut out all carbs and you put your body into a ketogenic state, which allows it to burn off fat quicker, I believe, is the idea. One thing that does concern me when I hear about those diets is a lack of vegetables and fruit. Although I think the fruit is important to keep out because you don't want sugars going into your body, even though fruit is healthy sugar. Could be that I don't know what I'm talking about, but you should probably ask, is it good to make sure you get lots of vegetables in there as well? Because I'm pretty sure that's a dangerous diet, says Sapient Prophet. The keto diet, I don't think it's that dangerous, but you are certainly putting your body into a not normal state. But there are things that you can get from it, like it helps with weight loss. So it wouldn't be like a lifestyle diet, but it would be a diet for obtaining a goal. Roman Empire II, thanks for tuning in today, man. Appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Still getting lots of vegetables, but yes, very limited on fruits, says Storm Dragons. That sounds about right. Well, if you're getting those veggies in there, it's got to be relatively healthy then. That's good to hear. Best of luck with doing that, by the way. Camo J says, X, I started an Asian diet and there's very little meat in it. Yeah, they don't... Do they eat as much over there? I don't think they do. Moaf is here with a donation saying, Minecraft didn't dead yet. Minecraft didn't dead yet. Peeps, it didn't dead. I find these sorts of statements funny. Like, I don't know where you're coming from with that question. Of course, I appreciate the donation and the support. It is very much appreciated. You get a lot of comments on the videos from time to time, or depending on where you go, like, someone comes across a Minecraft video after they stopped playing years ago, and it's always like, oh, Minecraft is dead. Like, why do we have to take cultural things that are at one time popular, and then when they are on their decline, as you'll learn about all things, pretty much all things cultural, like musicians, movies, albums, games, you know, all these things, they have their up, they have their peak, and then they come down again. Some things might have a longer peak, some things might have a huge spike, and then they disappear again. This is the nature of, you know, populations being interested in things. But on that down curve, there becomes a point where all of a sudden people love to start expressing their own disinterest in something as it being dead. As in, like, or expressing it as like, oh, who even plays this game anymore? And it's like, well, clearly I do. You know, so what are you trying to say with your statement? Like, and then there also becomes a point where no one even knows about it anymore. Like, no one's probably sitting around talking about some DOS game that was released in like 1995 that no one actually plays anymore, then no one's even talking about it. So it's just a weird way that people express stuff. Like, yeah, you don't need to go around barking Minecraft's dead or whatever because you lost interest in it. The reality is, like, on my channel you'll see that, you know, it's as healthy as ever. Loads of people are still watching Minecraft related content, still playing the game. There's a new update coming out that people are excited for, and there's new people joining the game all the time, because there's loads of people still on this planet that haven't played it. So it is like many things, it's something cultural that happens and people can find it, discover it and get involved. Mof is here with a donation saying, Mof, not Mof. There's a problem with me. I can't say my THs and my Fs properly. I had therapy for it as well, and I just couldn't do it. If you get a Moth or a Mof, I don't even know what one I'm saying right now. Anyway, Mof is spelt with TH, and I'm probably saying it wrong still, aren't I? Even though I'm trying to. I appreciate the support and the donation, man. Sorry if I butchered your name. It's a thing that I do, especially with THs and Fs. Like I said, please don't have a go. I had therapy for it. I tried it. It's just not something I can do. It's not the way that my brain works. I'm too hardwired for the wrong thing now. Storm Dragon says, for those who want to go vegan but love the taste of meat, they found a chemical in beets called hemicillin that makes veggie burgers taste like hamburgers. That sounds interesting. That sounds super interesting. When I stopped eating meat products, yeah, meat tastes great. Like but it was just fine not to eat it because there's just so much stuff out there that like tastes different. One of the things I always found a little bit odd was like, why are all these like products trying to compete with meat? Why are they trying to make things like veggie burgers? Like, why not make your own dish? But I guess it's because that's what people are used to. They're used to having burgers, and now they want to have a burger, but they can't have the meat. But anyway, one thing that was great about not eating meat and taking things out of your diet is that all of a sudden you learn about all these other things that you can put in your diet, and yeah, just learned so much more, like different dishes and foods and things that you can eat since changing my diet. Vulgar Display of Bread is here, resubscribing for 8 months in a row. I appreciate your support ever so much, Vulgar Display of Bread. Speaking of bread, I keep hearing, man, people saying carbs are bad. Carbs are bad. Get the carbs out of your diet. And wheat as well. And so I have pasta every now and then. I'm not crazy on pasta. I think pasta's a weird one because, like, pasta itself when it's plain is like not particularly great, but for some reason pasta comes to life when you cook it with other things. So I'm wondering if like you can have similar pasta dishes without the pasta in. Maybe put something else in there like chickpea or something. But I'm very interested now in maybe cutting out more carbs and seeing what happens, because I have sandwiches every week. There'll be a point in the week where I go to the local shop, get some fresh breads, some bread rolls with lots of seeds on them. Seeds are really great. And I enjoy some sandwiches. I am dead keen on peanut butter. Like, peanut butter is amazing. Mix it with salad cream, mix it with Marmite, mix it with anything. Have it on its own, it's wonderful. I don't want to give up the peanut butter, but I'm thinking I might try it for a while. I might go cold on the breads that I have every week and see what happens. Pasta is the few good one, I think, says Shizuku. Oh, no. I believe pasta isn't really proven to not have that much great stuff about it. It's loaded with carbs. And River Plasma Hero says, oh man, tortellini is yummy. Oh yeah, tortellini is lovely, right? But it's such a weird dish because it's the filling with the pasta that makes it great. Pasta on its own, not particularly impressive. Yet you mix it with other stuff and it comes to life. Yeah, tortellini is a pasta dish that I really like. That's a nice one. It's a very nice one. It's good. I can't have bread or pasta, but peanut butter on celery is bomb, says Vivica Dreams. I'm writing it down. I'm writing it down right now. I've got some celery. I'm going to have a snack after this stream. Peanut butter and celery. I have to try it. I like celery. I want a way to eat peanut butter without bread. I am now very much looking forward to eating that. Vivica Dreams, thank you for the suggestion. God, that sounds so good, doesn't it? I had leaking eggs today. So I got some eggs when I was at the farm to take back, make a couple of dishes with it. I used to eat leeks and eggs a lot before I stopped eating some animal products. And man, that is such a nice dish. In year 7, I had pasta every day, says Harvey J Game. That has got to be bad for you. Like, having the same thing every day, definitely bad. Don't cut out carbs, X. You need either carbs or fats like meat. Don't eat a lot of both or neither in a meal. You should eat one or the other, says Fork Judge. That sounds very much in tune with what I've been hearing, and I'm glad you said that actually, because it puts it a bit more into perspective. So I should get some healthy fats in my diet, like avocados. I used to have avocados a lot. So if you're a salad head like me, yeah, you need to get some fats in there as well. And I'm trying to think of what it is that I eat that's. Because I'll have like vegetables like carrots and potatoes and broccoli like I did today, but I'm not sure like what amount of that is going to be fat at all. So that's definitely something I need to look into and learn, right? So if I'm going to try this cutting out the wheat thing, because it's the wheat especially, the wheat and the pasta is supposed to be not so good. I'm not trying to do a super no carbs whatsoever diet. I'm just trying to say, hey, I have this meal a couple of times a week, you know, maybe 3 if we include pasta. Let's try and improve that. So yeah, I think yeah, I'm gonna have to look up some healthy sources of fat. Avocados, says Heiko and Drago. I think avocados are nice, but you have to eat it with something else. I find on its own it's just not very appealing. So I can certainly mix it into maybe cheese. But then I don't think I'd eat a lot of cheese. So fake cheese is probably not going to be that much like cheese in terms of having fat. What are people in chat saying? What's some good sources of healthy fat, peeps? I use coconut oil for some of my fats, says Vulgar Display of Bread. That's what I heard the other day. Almond butter and coconut oil. I'm writing this stuff down. I'm getting all excited about this now because I feel really motivated to try this stuff. By the way, we got noise in the ear, some bits of cheer in my ear from I Love Cats again, saying there was an emergency in Plot World, so I wrote this message a few minutes ago. Search Pala Diets. It's with only meat and high-fat products and some of the vegetables. A friend of mine tried it and worked amazingly. I'll write that one down. I've got things to do after this stream. I've got things to eat. I've got things to buy when I next go shopping. And now I've got research to do. Hello, Diet. Excellent. Thank you as always, Cats. Appreciate the support ever so much. Hope you're enjoying today's stream. Birdie says pasta in itself is good because it is a great delivery system for whatever you put in it. You could have the same pasta dish with spaghetti squash, spiralized zucchini, and it would be just as great. Oh, that sounds cool. Spiralized zucchini. I think I know what that is, yeah. It's a delivery. So, it's great as a delivery, but maybe not on the health side, right? Is that what we're saying here? What do you think about eating insects, says 88TS? I have heard very little to the tune of eating insects. So I can't really say much about that at all, can I? I don't like the sound of it instinctively, but there's got to be some insects. I mean, like, insects are sort of like animals, right? So surely some of them are going to be okay to eat. Maybe there's some that we do occasionally eat that I can't quite think of. Make your own vegan cheese sauce. It's super tasty and lots of olive oil, says Natahana. Now, I've heard that having lots of olive oil and oils isn't particularly great, but maybe it depends on the composition of your diet. Vegan cheese sauce. Man, I love cheese sauce. Cheese sauce is like my Achilles heel. If I'm offered some, I have to have it. I'm going to write that down. Man, I'm feeling super inspired to to cook and diet up at the moment. Lobster is a giant insect, basically, says Birdie. Oh, wow. Do they classify them as insects? Because they're sea life. They're from the sea. I don't think I've ever eaten lobster. I don't think I'd want to either. I don't know why. Lobster don't seem very appealing. I guess maybe it's just seafood is a little bit creepy. You know, the sea's a creepy place, man. I'm telling you, the sea's full of mysteries. We don't We don't know what's going on down there. Right. That'll do. Lobsters are not insects, says Sudsy McGee. Ah, okay. And then Ardapub says lobsters and insects are both arthropods. It's just all confusing now, isn't it? And by the way, on the subject of eating seafood, fish oil is supposed to be very good for you, but it's looking more and more like eating food from the sea is a bad idea with all this plastic we're putting in it. It's the plastic we're throwing away, it's coming back into our bodies. It's not good. Back into our bodies like it were there in the first place, you know. What am I saying? What am I saying? Not that one. Makes me want to have some fish tempura, says Hydrocan Dragon. I don't even know what that is. Jeez. And we got a noise in the ear. It's a cheer. It's some bits that being thrown at me by Mr. Olive Cat saying cheer. Just to be clear, that rhymed. Wasn't saying you should try it. Just you were talking about only meat diets, and that one came to mind. And there's a great peanut butter with coconut cream, celery, bell pepper, and some other vegetables. They very amazing on rice. That sounds cool, but rice, that's one of the things I need to cut out, the pasta and all of that. Thank you, Cats, for the bits and the cheer as always. Appreciating the support. I wasn't thinking that you were suggesting it. I got what you were saying. I just want to research it. I'm like, that sounds interesting. Let's find out what it's about then. So I'm going to do some research after the stream. Man, this record is awesome. This is one of Lord Leviticus's best. And I don't think I really got to grips with it too much at the time it came out. But hey, when you listen to something like this in the background, you know, over and over again, eventually the magic comes out, you know. That's what's so great about music. It's a cheer, just to be clear. X is a poet and he doesn't even have any of that fact, says Rubbish Dave. I thought you were going to say I didn't know it. Right, going to bring this out to here now. Man, I got some serious work ahead of me. That's for sure. I read a good article last week about diet. You need all nutrients, but in balance and in right quantity overall. It doesn't matter on which nutrient you cut, but that you cut at all if you want to lose weight. Nutrients, if I'm understanding my diet correctly, because you know, when you learn about stuff, people are using all sorts of words. I don't think nutrients are things that you cut out of your diet. I think nutrients are things that you want, and like you first said, you want. You don't want to get a ton of one nutrient and not so much of the other. It's like something you want all of in balance. It's things like carbs and certain types of fats or processed food that you kind of don't want in the diet. Processed food in general is supposed to be rather bad for you, right? And I think you would classify bread as being heavily processed, right? Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about now. I just worked on the fitness merit badge for the Boy Scouts, and they made a big emphasis on variation of diets as the Cube Corner. Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Lots of different foods, got lots of different good things in them. You know, mix it up, make sure you get some variety and you'll be healthy. Okay, I think we're going to go take some more glass to... Wait, we've already got sand over there, haven't we? The Hammer Brother says, evening everyone. Evening, Hammer Brother. Welcome to the stream. Are you working on the black holes? Suma says, Adriel Luck. Yes, we are. That's what we're working on. That's what we're working on right now. Oh. What about Google Duplex? Says Frisno. What is Google Duplex? I don't even know. Sass says, okay, now I'm really hungry again. Why do we have to talk about food? Why no engineering? Oh, do you know what? You made me think of something. Do you know what I've done recently? So, have a nice big chair to sit on when I eat. But it's also where I sit to chill out as well. And I heard this thing about association, like you know, don't mix things together. Don't like hang out or whatever on your bed because you sleep there. Do sleeping in that thing. Don't eat on your bed. Don't eat on at your desk or your work desk, that is, or like on the couch. Like, sit at the table. Associate certain places to certain tasks. It's supposed to be like a subliminal thing in your mind. And I've noticed lately, I brought a couple of ice creams the other day because I had a real craving in the middle of the day and I kind of caved. But then I haven't even eaten them. Like, they've just sat in the freezer for like 5 days. And I'm like, man, why is it like every time at the evening I'm in that perfect mood where it's like winding down, don't feel any food cravings, go to bed. And then it kind of dawned on me today that perhaps it's because like the association thing is starting to kick in. I keep going and sitting at the table to eat now and not sitting on the chair. And so then before I go to bed, I'm sitting on the chair and I'm not getting these food cravings. Now that's probably been like a couple of weeks I've been trying that. So maybe that's a good speed, or maybe it's a placebo effect even. I don't know, but if it's a placebo effect, hey, that's great. It's getting the job done. You know? It's the healthiest. Healthiest medicine is placebo. Highcool and Dragon says, I wish I had that luxury. I live in such a small apartment. Well, be creative, man. Maybe something like rearranging a little bit of furniture, pulling a desk out, or like specifically for eating from somewhere. I don't know what the situation is, but it's all about your health. Like, these things we talk about, getting good sleep, good diet. I mean, your health, it does so much for you. It does so much for your mental health as well. It makes you feel so much better and happier when all of your physical side of you is working, It also puts into perspective like mood and things that you think you're happy or sad about a lot, when the fact that you can just be happier by being in a healthier state kind of makes you realise that some of the things you get upset about are perhaps not as meaningful or serious as you might have thought they were. But yeah, like, it's such a huge thing. Health is such a huge thing, like, and there's so many things in the society pushing us in unhealthy directions. It can be quite amazing how much, like, improving your health can do for you, your quality of life. And so even if like the situation is against you, you might not have a lot of room to do this different sort of association thing. If there's anything you could do, like, to do it, like, to help in any way, it might be worth it. Like, I don't know why this came to mind, but perhaps, let's say you sit somewhere to eat and you need to do your work there as well. Maybe when you eat, you change the environment. You pull, I don't know, like a coloured cloth over all of your other work stuff so you can't see it, and now you're just sitting at the green table or whatever the colour of the cloth is. And maybe your brain will make that sort of association, right? So then when you're working and you don't see the green colour, you're just not sort of subliminally associating it with food. Maybe something like that worked. That'd be pretty cool if that worked. Be totally worth trying. Assume I might be having silly ideas. You might be thinking, no, I'm not going to pull some strange coloured cloth over my work, but I don't know. A lot of being you and being your brain is just your brain doing stuff subliminally half the time. You're not as in charge of yourself as you might think. I loved episode 700. I forgot about so many projects, as Seb today. I'm glad you like it. I really didn't want to do that. I didn't want to do a base tour. But given the amount of time I had recently and the fact that I'd never done one before and people keep asking for it, I just thought, alright then, let's give it a try. Let's see how it is. And I guess I certainly enjoyed it, recording. It's always fun to record, right? But yeah, good to hear that other people liked the format of that one. And it lets me know for like the future seasons, perhaps that's a good idea to do every now and then, since people received it well. Man, this place is like dark at the moment. We'll go like that. That doesn't make any sense because we're showing that bit there. Yeah, that's all looking pretty good. Let's fill it in with glass around it, right? We've got some more of that. I like bacon more than Yorkshire tea when I think about it, says Me Loves Yorkshire Tea. Change your name to Me Loves Bacon. Do you know what you should do? You should make a cup of Yorkshire tea, stir it with bacon. Oh, that'll be lovely. That'll be lovely, won't it? Jeez. Terrible idea. Hashtag terrible idea. Hashtag no, I do not want bacon in my Yorkshire tea. What's with the purple tings on the stream, says EJB. It's the Schematica mod showing us what area we're building in. Basically, that's what it is. That is what it is. Bam. Nizwa there saying hashtag no, I do not want bacon in my Yorkshire tea. Wonderful. Heikel and Dragon, thanks for tuning into the stream today, man. Appreciate it. Hope you had a good. Sounds like you had a good time. That's cool. Right, so that's. Oh no, I do have more glass actually. Well, I don't need to place more than I actually need to place, do I? Let's say that'll do for now. I think I'm done with the placing of the glass. In fact, I think I'm done with a fair bit of this. What I'd like to figure out next is how we're going to tackle that area in there. Let's go grab some sponges. I saw them earlier. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting I've got to use this now to get out of here. Bacon tea. I'm horrified yet intrigued, says Nahatana. I bet you it won't be that nice. Wait, that looks more like teals than tears, says Rubbish Dave. Fill it with sand, says Blue Clone the White. I think sand would be the slowest way of doing it. No, maybe not the slowest, but it'd be slower than using the sponges, surely. Now, why did I think I saw sponges earlier? Because, well, if they'll be anywhere. Oh, maybe they were in the chest where we were getting the glass. I think they would be in Misk. So I think it's in the chest where we get the glass. I just kept seeing it. Aldriel Rick saying, wish you could watch more of the stream, but it's 2 AM in the Philippines. Go to bed, buddy. You should be sleeping hours ago. Get your 8 hours of sleep, alright? You'll feel healthier for it. Swiss X courses, PG Tips, where the G stands for bacon. Yes, it does. You can't tell me otherwise. What does the P stand for then, man? Peanut butter. Peanut butter and bacon. Have I ever had that combination before? That sounds kind of interesting. It sounds like a heart attack, to be fair. Peanut butter and bacon sandwich. Oh, emergency mute for the sneeze. Whew. Oh, that was one. That was one, wasn't it? No, I didn't see it there. Why did I think I kept seeing it? Let's see. Who said that in chat? What all do you have installed that lets you see in those shulker boxes, says Sayori. It is a mods to which I can't quite remember the name of, so head over to my YouTube channel and it is a tutorial that I put up there very recently. Thumbnail is pretty much what you're seeing, so it'll be easy to spot. That will show you how to install Forge, how to download and install the mod and add it, and what the mod does, etc. Shameless promotion, says Nizwa. Oh, that assumer, he's so shameless. Oh, he's telling you to go to his channel and watch a video. Oh, jeez. Jeez, guys, hit the follow button while you're at it, you know. Jeez, come on now. Oh. Shulkerbox Viewer, says Tom. Yeah, that's the one. There's a link to it in the video so you don't have to do the Googles. No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you now. Man, I'm sure I saw those sponges. I'm going to find them now, right? Where are they? They were in this chest all along. Ah, I didn't... That's a derp. There's always one derp. There's always one derp every stream. And it was me looking in the chest for the thing that was in there, and then going and looking around my base to find out it was actually in the place where I first looked. Very good. Very good. We're moving up in the world. We're making progress. Right, let's go investigate. It's time for an investigation, peeps. There we go. Into this area we go. So over here, I didn't want to fall down there. So I think what we'll do is drop all the sand in here to begin with. And just do that over and over again, make a bit of a wall, and then remove anything else with... Oh, we're over here now. Oh, and now we're over there. It's getting faster. Nice. There we go. I heard something today. Apparently Rick and Morty has been confirmed for... Oh, there weren't even any water in here. It's been confirmed for 70 episodes, which I believe is like 7 series, which is pretty cool. I mean, I felt like telling y'all because a lot of people are fans of the show, and they had trouble negotiating because right now would have been season 4, but they never negotiated it, assuming that they want to do a season every year. But they couldn't negotiate it very well, and sounds like they got over that bump or whatever you want to call it now, because they've announced 70 episodes. It's pretty impressive. Right, I'm going to need to breathe at some point in here, aren't I? I've got a noise in the air. I'll get to that soon. 2 is not very good in terms of being efficient, but we'll go with it. We'll go with 2. Right, and a little bit more over here. Shylaw2 is here subscribing with Amazon Prime. Shylaw, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I hope you're enjoying the stream. I hope you're having a good time hanging out with us today. I appreciate you coming by. Right, it's time to breathe, peeps. Let's breathe. Oh, we just removed a lot of water, apparently. It's kind of hard to see where the water is as well. I think the water's here. Are you water? Yes, you are. So that, peeps, is why 2 wide kind of sucks. Man, I should probably turn this thing off about now. That's the one. Oh, now it just feels... Oh! It feels super dark in here. Am I getting these sponges? I'm getting these sponges. That's good. Never heard of the show X, says Randy Nicole. I'm not sure if you're trolling or not. It's perfectly fine if you haven't heard of it, but it is kind of a pretty popular show at the moment, isn't it? Oh my god, you drowning, says Albans. Don't you worry about it. Where's all the dirt? I thought I had some dirt in my inventory for some reason. There we go. Now I've got some dirt. Right. Let me get to work over here. Assume is the UK like the other side of the world from the Philippines, says Adriel Lyric. I thought you were going to bed. I don't know. I think I did the thing once where you like look up the opposite side of the world, and it wasn't Australia, but it was like, I don't know, some place, and I was like, wow, that is the opposite side of this planet. I guess you'll have to do a Googles, do some research, use some Google Maps or something. Right, very good job over here. And I can't pick up all the stuff. We need to pick up the stuff. Is Ghost Blocks a thing when clearing sand really quick, says Inferno Woof. Yes, it can be. Doing just about anything in this game seems to yield Ghost Blocks sometimes. Well, that seems to have made a bit of a difference. Let's go pick up the stuff. Man, I think the black hole's looking great out here. Just saying. Just saying. I think it's charming. That ring of purple ain't really there, remember? It ain't really there. It's not really real, is what I'm saying. Is it really real, son? Is it really real? Why are you even making a black hole, Suma says, Alvin lads? Why are you even playing this computer game? Why are you trying to do stuff? What's the point? I don't know. There's no lore behind it, really, other than one day I thought I should build a black hole there. It was because of the creeper farm, I guess. The creeper farm kind of led us to look at things a little different. Let's make sure this area gets to stay torched up, because mobs can spawn over here. I don't know what to put around the outside of the black hole. Originally I was going to like make it like all toxic and have like nether warts and stuff like that. You know, maybe some green blocks, or like it was causing an environmental catastrophe. But another thing I could do is put some like industrial fences, like it's been homed off, cordoned off, and like have a little research base. That sounds super interesting. I'll have to think about which one I want to do. The second one sounds kind of better, but I feel like there might not be the right sort of space for it, you know. What's this you're talking about, me loves Yorkshire tea? They have a competition where they dress up guinea pigs and the one wins that isn't eaten. What is this you're talking about? Aren't you glad the new update will fix Ghost Blocks, says River Plasma Hero? I'm very happy about it. I'm very, very happy about it. It's been a long time coming that we've needed that fix. It's been kind of ridiculous, in all fairness, that it takes them so long to fix some stuff that the community do straight away. But that's just Mojang. That's just Minecraft. We've been doing this for years, going around in these little circles. Keep hearing rumours that the update Aquatic is coming out soon. Not on my watch. If they were to like announce a pre-release soon, I'd be really disappointed, because there is so much broken stuff. Go try and find an igloo or an end city. Can't find them. They got a lot of things to fix, and I've got this weird feeling they're not even aware of like critical stuff that is really broken. And world generation as well. Surprise Tolpa says, X, are you getting pleasure from exercises or doing it just for it's good for health? Oh, I get pleasure from it as well. It's a different sort of pleasure though. Like, it's not like a lot of being healthy and doing healthy things isn't instant gratification type pleasure. So if you go cycling, cycling's just a very nice activity, you know. There's a difference between being unhealthy and doing exercise and being healthy and doing exercise. If you're unhealthy and you do exercise, it knackers you out, you're unfit, it's not enjoyable. But when you are on the healthier sides, you know, something like going cycle, lovely, get some fresh air, see what's going on outside, enjoy the weather. The physical activity is nice, you know, it's good for your body. Feels good to do it. Running being a bit more intensive, you kind of sometimes get into a bit of a zone, bit of a runner's high type thing. But if you do it and you know you're starting from like an unhealthy position, they're obviously not as enjoyable. But yeah, like doing exercise, I love it. Like I do a lot of exercise. I just did a challenge, peeps. It's like Hardcore Hermit all over again. I'm getting those achievements. Man, what one did I just do? Did a Hermitcraft one, didn't I? Bam, right. Oh, there's got to be one more bit, doesn't there? Doesn't there, Mr. Squiddy? Let's get some sunlight in here, you know what I'm saying? I can't see what's going on. That was pretty cool. I didn't mind getting that. Should we go check out whose it was then? Ah, it's already on the correct screen. What was it we saw? A sponge? Drain it! As Assassin, of course, from his first season of Hermitcraft with the underwater dome base. What was that challenge? Says it Silver. It's the custom Hermitcraft. Again, if you go to my channel, oh, he's plugging his channel again. What a cheeky chap! Oi, hit the follow button. Jeez. If you go to my channel and you look up Hermitcraft Advancement Pack, you can download the pack, add it into your world. It's not massively optimized, is one thing I've learned over time, learning about how functions and stuff work. So if you don't have the best of computers, it might not be a great option to put in your worlds, but it's certainly going to add a whole bunch of extra challenges and things for you to do, which is pretty cool. Kind of surprised I've only got that now. Have I really not done a lot of draining this season? I guess not. Also, this don't feel like it's going to take too long to get sorted out. This has been pretty easy going so far. Oh my god, squid murderer, says Alvin. Squid murderer? I'm not a squid murderer, jeez. Well, I guess I am. I got a squid farm. And the Guardians do the dirty work there, didn't they? They do all that dirty work, right. Going to make sure this is lit up, because mobs might be able to spawn in. Well, pretty sure they will be able to spawn in this space. So, got to place down the torches. The torches! Seems like we need XVX plug, says Epic Boss Monkey. Brilliant. XVX plug. Ollie95 says, geez, X, all the shameless plugs. I sure hope you won't also plug your public Discord server. Joinable at discord.gg/Asuma. I mean, Ollie, man, I've been plugging that all stream long. It's literally written on the screen, man. That's how much of a shameless plugger I am. Did you hear that, peeps? Free to join community for like-minded people. It's called the Asumaverse, and you can join it by going to discord.gg/Asuma. Do it today and hit the follow button while you're there. Hit the follow button while you're over on the Discord website, because that's not confusing. Isn't XVX middle click important? Oh, there are so many things that we could make into emotes. I know. We need more, they said. Right, that one over there is going to be a pain in the butt. Let's use coal to get to it. Because why not? Nice. Oh, I got to sneeze again. Well, that was gross and disgusting. Oh! My nose, it feels awful. Slowly feeling better now, though. Right, maybe what we'll do is a little bit on the other corner as well. We'll do the easy stuff first, you know. You know? Bless you, says Birdie. Thank you, Birdie. Appreciate it. Cosren is here, resubscribing for 3 months in a row. Appreciate it ever so much, Cosren. Saying, love you, X, keep it up. Thank you, man. I'll do my best to keep it up. Booger update, says Birdie. Jeez. Booger update? I got a booger in my nose and picking it out? No, that would be a horrible update, wouldn't it? Be the worst update ever. Wow, this one's wide. Let's do it going across then. So we'll start here. And we may be able to put one in straight away. Oh, we don't have too many more sponges to work with. Got to be tactical now. It's time for some tactical sponge. Right, that was some good tactical sponge. Let's keep on placing this. There we go. Let's use coal to get to it, just like all the peeps using cars on coal electricity, says 88TS. Maybe, I'm sure they're not saying exactly that. I've never heard someone say they're going to use coal to get somewhere. Me loves Yorkshire tea, says sweat update. You mean sweet, not sweat. That's the stuff that comes out of you when you do exercise. No, we mean sweat. We need sweat updates every now and then. Today's sweat update is that there ain't really much to update you on. It's not a sweaty day. It's not that hot. So it's all good. So when someone placed 2 furnaces, Ferni, the Minecraft plural thing started, says Turing Gux. I have no idea. No idea when it started. I mean, plurals have been around since before Minecraft, right? Right, let's put down a torch over here. This might be bad news place. I can hear skeletons janking their bones at me. Cheeky chaps. There we go. I'm only here for sweat updates, says Spangle Boo. Jeez. I don't know what to say. Only here for the sweat updates. Adriel Lyric says, hey Asuma, why are your holdings SpongeBob's family? I'm holding SpongeBob's family because they're going to help me get rid of the water. Yeah, they are. For a second there I thought what I said made no sense, but it made total sense. So I should shut up, probably. Oh, that looks really weird. That does actually look really... Why is it just that bit? Oh, it's because of the height. Right, so what should we do next? We're going to come out about here, I think. This number worries me, says Unhealthy Cookie. What number? What number is that? What is this worrisome number we talk about? He has hostages. Why are people saying hostages? I have hostages, apparently. This makes no sense to me. Oh, do you know what? There was this other thing that I was going to do, right? I was going to put sand and gravel on the outside. We should give that a little go. See what that looks like. Assume 700 episodes is Unhealthy Cookie. What were we saying about that? I'm struggling to keep up with chat here. I mean, I've got some important sand placing business to do, so you'll have to excuse me. Episode 1000 hype, says Surprise Tuber. I know what I'm going to do for episode 1000. It will be like a mega montage, I'm pretty sure. Hashtag mega montage hype. Oh, jeez, I've set the standard too high now, haven't I? Every now and then you see a comment like someone going, oh, no one in Minecraft's ever had this many episodes or whatever. Like years and years ago, there was a German YouTuber who had like 1,200 episodes, and this was when I was like on episode 300 or something. I think they did 2 episodes every single day. It was really weird because at the time it was like we were doing all this on Hermitcraft. We were doing all this sort of like putting insane hours in, building all this crazy stuff, and this guy would get like 1 million views an episode and never did like a single drop of off-camera work. It was all just walk and talk. But that's just the way some things are. Some people like that style. I don't mind that style actually. I don't think I could do that style, you know. That's the other thing. Couldn't even do like walk and talk Minecraft. It wouldn't make any sense to my brain. Right, so we've done a bit of that. We missed a sponge. Terrible. Bad Suma. Go get that sponge. Light it up. No mobs should spawn. Very good. Very good point. Very good point, Brain. I'm listening. What else are you saying? You're saying go outside. Okay, we'll go outside. We should probably make it daytime as well. Birch Plank says every time you say mega montage, the episode gets delayed a week. Oh, jeez. Don't say it. Don't say it a bunch of times. His name is Gronka. I watched him. I'm German, says the Hammer Brother. Ah, that does sound like the fella. That does sound like the fella. Is he still doing it? Because it was years ago, and it was just like every day, 2 episodes kind of deal. Yes. Did I mention that he was German already? Yeah. I certainly remembered that they were. Who are these voices you hear saying these things, says Birdie. My brain talks to me. You can't hear my brain talking. Right, so if we go underground, it becomes painfully obvious, jeez, what a word, that we have changed over here. So I reckon what we can do is just a little bit of this, really. Just keep placing it until you can't see it anymore. Now, we won't go too crazy. We'll sort of do an experiment and then step back. We'll do it to a point over here. And by putting it directly in front like we're doing, we're probably going to change the look of the landscape a little bit here. Not sure if that's going to be good or bad for what we're doing. Ah, now it's all dirt around there, and we've just sort of come up to probably about the right height to stop. Actually, that looks kind of good, doesn't it? Oh, I'm out. Missed a couple of spots down the bottom, but that's fine. I'm trying to go. I'm pressing control to go down faster, but that's wrong update. Wrong update. Yeah, I reckon we'll have to do that going all the way around and then maybe add some sandy patches above. River Plasma Hero says, X, if you could learn any other languages in the world, what would it be? Oh, that's a very... I don't know. I really don't know. I'd probably have to think... Well, if I were to think about it practically, Chinese or Mandarin, what with them becoming the new superpower on the planet, as it's supposed to be, probably a good language to know. So I'd probably approach it from that kind of thing, like what would be a practical skill set to have. Gronka is live right now playing The Forest as a free card. Oh, cool. Do they still do Minecraft videos, though? That's what I'm asking. Gronka is still doing Let's Plays. Don't know if he still does Minecraft, though, says Psycho Sire. Try Japanese. It's beautiful. That sounds like a nice one. Yeah, Japan and Japanese culture has always been very interesting. Right. Peeps, I got things to do today. I think I'm going to wrap it up right here. I feel like we've done a nice amount of stuff for all the different things that we need to do in this area, so that's been awesome. That squid just hanging out down there, probably going to die, probably going to suffocate, unfortunately. As the sun rises over the volcano, we say ciao for now. That's the end of the stream, peeps. I appreciate your coming by. Thank you to everyone who subscribed, resubscribed, donated and cheered. Your support is always appreciated, and I'd love it if you stuck around and became a part of the raid, as we're going to go raid someone else. Let's see what the peeps are up to. I'll let you know. Oh. I'll let you know that Trooper Joe is streaming if you're a fan. False is streaming. I will raid Hypno because I've not raided Hypno for a while. And this Gemonium fella we've been raiding on City Skylines is playing Factorio. So I'm actually going to head over there and check out what he's doing with Factorio, because that's a game I'm very interested. So we'll raid Hypno and I'll be heading over to the other fella's channel. I'll post it in chat if you want to go over there as well. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you ever so much, everyone. I'll see you later. Bye bye.